You think your dog is just staring at you because they love you? What if I told you that look might mean something much deeper, something most owners completely miss? Because when your dog locks eyes with you like that, still, silent, almost intense, they're not just looking, they're communicating. And what they're trying to say might change the way you see your dog forever. Most people believe that eye contact from a dog is just affection, a cute habit, a bonding moment. And sometimes it is, but not always. Because in the animal world, staring is never random. It has meaning. And depending on the situation, that meaning can completely change. Sometimes it's love, sometimes it's trust, and sometimes it's a quiet signal that something isn't right. But here's what most owners don't realize. The difference is subtle, so subtle that you've probably missed it many times already. Let's start with the most common moment. You're sitting, maybe scrolling your phone, and you suddenly feel it, that presence. You look up, and your dog is already looking at you. Still, focused, waiting. That kind of stare? That's not just curiosity, that's attention-seeking. But not in the way you think. Dogs don't just want attention, they want connection. When your dog stares at you like that, they're often asking, "Are you with me? Do you see me? Do I matter right now?" And here's the part most people miss. If you ignore that moment repeatedly, your dog doesn't just stop staring, they slowly stop asking. And what happens when they stop trying to connect is something most owners never notice until it's too late. But we'll come back to that. Because not all stares are the same. Sometimes your dog stares at you while lying next to you, calm, relaxed, peaceful. Their eyes are soft, blinking slowly. That's a completely different message. That's trust, deep trust. In fact, studies on dog behavior show that when dogs make soft eye contact with their owners, both the dog and the human release oxytocin, the same hormone responsible for bonding between a parent and a child. So in that moment, your dog isn't just looking at you, they're bonding with you. They feel safe, secure, connected. But here's where it gets interesting. What if your dog suddenly stops doing that? What if that soft, calm stare disappears? That change is something you should never ignore. Because when a dog pulls away from eye contact, it can mean discomfort, stress, or even emotional distance. And most owners don't catch it because it happens slowly. But let's go deeper. Sometimes your dog stares at you in a way that feels different, more intense. Their body stiffens slightly, eyes wide, unblinking. That's not love, that's tension. In canine psychology, direct, hard staring can actually be a warning signal. It can mean, "I'm uncomfortable, I don't like this, please stop." And if that signal is ignored, it can escalate. This is where many bite incidents actually begin, not out of nowhere, but from a message that wasn't understood. And that's the problem. Your dog speaks, but not in words, in signals, in behavior, in moments like this. And here's something even more powerful. Sometimes your dog stares at you when you're not even interacting with them. You're sad, quiet, lost in thought, and there they are, watching you, not asking, not moving, just there. That's not random. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human emotions. They can read your tone, your posture, even subtle changes in your breathing. So when your dog stares at you in those moments, they're not confused. They're aware. They're trying to understand you. And sometimes they're trying to comfort you. But here's the question. How you respond to that moment changes everything. If this is making you see your dog differently, even just a little, take a second, hit like and subscribe. Because what you're about to learn next, most dog owners never realize. There's one more type of stare, and it's the one people misunderstand the most, the silent stare from a distance. Your dog isn't close to you, they're not touching you, they're just watching from afar. That kind of stare can mean uncertainty. Your dog is observing, trying to read the situation, trying to decide if it's safe or not. And if this happens often, it could mean your dog doesn't fully feel secure in that moment. Not scared, but unsure. And uncertainty is where behavioral issues begin. But here's the most important part of all this. Your dog isn't staring at you for no reason. Every look, every pause,
Every moment of eye contact is a message, and the difference between a strong bond and a disconnected one comes down to one thing. Do you notice it? Because your dog isn't just behaving, they're communicating. The real question is, are you finally starting to listen?